Hey guys, what's up? Cass here, day 2, second video. I'm still learning, please bear with me, but thank you so much to those who have subscribed so far. If you haven't, please do. The videos will get better. I will learn how to edit. I will convince my boyfriend to help me. It's a process, so please bear with me, but thank you so much to those who have subscribed. Today, I want to get into growing up with a single mom in a very liberal town, state, Massachusetts. My college experience at Westfield State University, again, a very liberal public university, and then kind of how I've come to these new ideas and values. So growing up with a single mom, it was tough, definitely. And I kind of just believed whatever she believed, whatever she said. I know how that sounds. I don't feel good saying it now, but that's the truth. And I want to be kind of as open as possible as I can about this type of stuff. So like I said, I kind of just believed whatever she went with. She was a Democrat, I guess, if you could even say that. I don't know. I don't even know if she knew. But anyways, moving forward, growing up, I decided to attend Westfield State, a very liberal university. And when I was there, I had quite the experience. I swear I left dumber than I came in. I know how that sounds, but I really think it's the truth. Maybe not dumber, but I didn't learn how to be a free thinker. I didn't learn how to be an individual. I was brainwashed and conditioned to believe that Trump was a racist, a sexist, a homophobic, a Islamophobic, whatever phobics you want. He was that. He was horrible. He was terrible. He was the Antichrist. And it's all propaganda bullshit. It's what they want you to believe. They don't want you to challenge that. They want you to blindly follow and succumb to that. And at the time, that's what I was about. I was a liberal. That's what I did. So I guess first I want to speak to the RA department, residential life. That was, I keep using the word experience, but that's all I have right now. So I'm going to use the word experience. That was quite the experience in the sense that it was a very biased department. And I guess it makes sense at a liberal school, but you know, it was like, fuck Trump, fuck you if you agree with him, let's judge you, let's automatically cast you out as this racist, horrible person if you support him. And that was the tone on the campus and in a lot of departments, because like I said, it was a very liberal school. But anyways, I would have experiences doing rounds with other fellow RAs and, you know, coming across a Trump flag and wanting to rip it down solely because I was an angry liberal. And I remember, you know, fellow RAs, you know, just being horrible and already making up their minds about certain students they had in their section simply because they were Trump supporters. So that was really hard because, like I said, I was conditioned, I was brainwashed to just believe and go with what everyone else was doing. And, you know, I'm not trying to put all the blame on it, but it's hard not to be that way when that's all you know and that's all you're around. In every single department, activities department is like that. It's like, you didn't even give these people a chance to think on their own. But anyways, so moving forward to my major, I was an English major and I decided to pick up women and gender studies as a minor, which, you know, isn't even a real thing. You might as well be an underwater basket weaving minor because I probably could have learned more doing that than being a women and gender studies minor. But I would have professors that would tell us to go fight people in the streets. And I think it's so funny because liberals and people on the left want to say, well, Republicans are the ones that incite the violence. But it's like, no, it comes from the left. They tell people to go fight. I don't know how many professors I had that would tell me to fight people. It turned us into these feminist social justice warriors, and it was awful. You know, how many instances have you seen where Trump supporters have gotten their hats ripped off their head or things thrown at them in public? Just the other day, I think Eric Trump got spit on in a restaurant. It's horrible, you know? So I think it's important for us to call out hypocrisy when we see it, and we see it a lot on the left. And I don't want to blame them for everything. Sometimes I do, but I don't, because that's not fair. But like I said, we need to call out hypocrisy when we see it because there is a lot of it on the left. So sorry I'm jumping around. I'm trying to do this all in one take. I've done a lot so far. But anyways, so being at this liberal school, I didn't learn how to be a free thinker. I really just went along with what everyone else did. And it took me a couple years to really kind of figure out who I was, my morals, my values. But fortunately, I have a really awesome boyfriend who kind of helped me really see the truth. So I think one of the first kind of topics he kind of eased me into was the idea of abortion. Now, my whole life I was pro-choice. I was, the typical my body, my choice. Who the hell, what white privileged male, what everyone says, what white privileged male has the right to tell me what to do with my body, the classic liberal angry argument. So I had that going, but what he challenged me to do was look at it, from a morality standpoint. So it's like, okay, it may be your body, my body, yes, whatever, but it's a separate life growing in there. It's something separate from who you are. It just happens to be growing inside of you. Now, who's to say I have the right to end that life just because it's inconvenient for me? Just because, I might not have a ton of money at the time. I don't know about any of you, but speaking personally, I didn't grow up with a ton of money. Neither did my mom. She had a really rough childhood, a really rough upbringing. And I didn't have the best, single mom, not a lot of money, still made it by. But guess what? Newsflash, I turned out okay. A lot of us had kind of crappy childhoods and not a lot of money and growing up. But guess what? It's still possible to turn out okay. And I wish people that were still pro-choice saw that. They would rather have a dead child than one potentially grow up in some form of poverty. But it's like, people, your life can change. It's up to you. And I think that liberals and people, radical liberals at least, are so focused on, well, let's not even give them the chance. It's like it's worse growing up in poverty for a little bit than being alive. Really? No. So the issue of morality really, really came into play for me. So once I started looking at the topic like that, instead of just, being an angry woman and saying, my body, my choice, you can't tell me what the hell to do, things kind of came full circle for me. So in that aspect, I'm really fortunate that he helped me realize these views, because I didn't realize how dangerous my thoughts and ideas were, standing up for the unborn. Liberals want to attack Republicans and say that it's just about the control of a woman's body. But no, when you look at it from a different aspect and you realize that it is a separate human being and it's a life and it's valuable, and it doesn't matter if it could potentially grow up in poverty, that doesn't mean that that's how their life is going to end out. So I think that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry that was a little awkward. They're going to get better, but this is the first good take that I've gotten so far, so I think I want to leave it as that. So again, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks, guys.